yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Out of the darkness you called me into your light. Give me the grace to praise you. You said no weapon fashioned against me will ever prosper, cause you were here beside me. You said out of my belly will flow the waters of life, cause you were here beside me. You said out of my belly will flow the waters of life, cause you were here. You give me that joy unspeakable.
Alright, this is Meet the Toludavids, and today we have someone in the house, and he's a very, very good friend. I've known him for about Jesus for over 10 years now. Yeah, over 10 years, where he has grown to become a great man, and I know he's still growing, and greatness is still written all over him. He's a philanthropist, he's a computer guru, he's a man of God. Ignore whatever swag he tries to put when he's also a motivational speaker. But what I know him as is a man of God. He was my level quad while we were in school in Futa. He was so many things. He was an inspiration to a lot of us. He's a person I respect a lot. Yes, when I mean respect, I respect him a lot. He has come to visit the Toludavids. You know, all these very busy people that will just brush in, brush out. But please welcome with me this great man. You know when I call his name, Shola Amusan. Don't mind, I have to stand up. Brotherly.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here. Finally! Excellent. That's good.
Forget English. How was your trip?
Great.
How was the trip to Houston? You've been in America for a while.
Yeah, for quite a few weeks now.
Yeah. Doing what? Pardon me.
I mean, well, I had quite a number of engagements. I was in the United Nations, the previous week, and then I had to go up to Dallas to, tidy up some partnerships and opportunities, and I'm here.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So, I still don't understand a lot of things about. I see you on TV. I see you in newspapers. I see you all around, and I keep asking, so that I don't but something is happening, and I still don't understand what is this thing that makes you a lot. I know, like, I don't understand. A lot of people don't understand as well. So what is it you really do when you travel around? I know you do a lot of training, you do a lot of philanthropy work. There was a time I saw you, was it on channels, talking about taking computers to schools. And what's this whole thing all about, please?
Yeah. I mean, first, there is nothing so strange. First, I enjoy traveling, so that's the first thing, right? So sometimes even when I have a choice not to, because I love to travel, I'll probably take the option that has to do with traveling. But yeah, I graduated computer science with a computer science bachelor's in Futa, as you know, and went ahead to serve with the research office, the First Bank research office in Futa, as a research assistant with the very noble Professor Kayode Anishe, and afterwards got my hands on some World Bank projects right there before I joined Microsoft 5 years ago. Yeah, and then of course the opportunity to join Microsoft gave me a lot of exposure into what you will call emerging technology. I served as philanthropist lead at Microsoft for 4 years, basically helping to determine what direction the investments of Microsoft should go in Nigeria, and within the larger Middle East and Africa group. And much of what I did was around technology skills adoption and how we can ensure that more Nigerian young people get access to the skills of the future, So now I'm still completing a stint at Microsoft in the education team as I start looking at how to transition into what I want to do for the long haul, which is, building tomorrow's workforces. So I travel around because I'm trying to look for opportunities. I'm hustling, essentially, looking for opportunities.
A lot of people would like to also do that.
Looking for opportunities, partnerships, solidified friendships, and have a global view, have a world view of what you are trying to do, because many times you can solve problems locally and just be positioned in one place, but also there are many of these problems that have similarities across the world. They are repeatable in several other parts of the developing world, and you want to learn what models in the past have helped to solve these problems. So that's why I'm always looking for platforms to network, to learn, to educate myself further. So if I'm not traveling for a conference to get educated more, I'm taking an international course, or I'm visiting a mentor, or I'm learning from years of experience from somebody. Yeah. So basically, that's what I've been doing around.
You said something about you taking whatever it is you want to do, you're taking it global. Do you have plans for places like Houston? Because I know a lot of people would really want to, probably a training, you're planning anything, training. Don't look at it like this is America. There are a lot of people who would love to do things you're doing right now, even here in America. I don't know how to go about it. Is there a plan probably in the future for places like this where you want to organize, or you want to put things together for young minds who also wants to go into the philanthropy work, or who also love traveling or something? Is there a plan for you to bring whatever?
Let me say first that about 2 years ago, with my partners in the US, we incorporated a company called Curators, as well as another one that focuses on talent development and artificial intelligence called CovenWorks. So already we expanded into the US 2 years ago, and we are in the economy. And we're doing business, which is why I'm back here like every now and then, But as to definite plans of maybe starting a training center or a training hub in Houston, I don't have particular plans just yet. But I know that in the state of Texas, there are announcements that will be made soon for opportunities for training, particularly maybe closer to Austin or Dallas, because there's more technology opportunities around there. And I mean, I know you love Houston so much, but here is so much about health and so much about oil and gas and energy. This is the energy corridor. So, but when you go towards Austin and Dallas, you see a lot more opportunities around technology, and I feel a lot more people might be receptive to it over there. So soon we are consolidating on our artificial intelligence training programs. You want to learn about new career paths like data science and AI. I'm sure there's going to be one in New York, another in Maryland, and then there's going to be in Austin and Dallas.
Austin and Dallas. We will fight for our rights.
Oh my God! Obviously,
we will fight for our rights.
From Houston can join remotely and join the virtual instructor-led classes.
Okay.
So that will be open, and hopefully there will be a Toludavids discount.
We'll let you know about that.
We'll let you know about that. And then for people who can travel for a week or two, they can. It's just a few hours drive, just as I did earlier this morning.
Okay. Now, while we were in school, Shola, you were not just our fellowship FSF, that is First Class Student Fellowship. It was the First Class Student Fellowship president. It was once the First Class Student Fellowship vice president. It was once the First Class Student Fellowship secretary. It was once my level coordinator. He was into God, and God was into him. Yes, Shola, how do you match these two? Maintaining a relationship with God and traveling around the world, doing your daily business, being a philanthropist, organizing training sessions, and I really want to be like you, to be able to do all these things together. And
First, I think it's about accepting and understanding your calling. I think many times in Christendom we miss it and assume that everybody has to be called to the pulpit. We forget that in our so-called secular work, we must be able to find what God wants to achieve through it, and live a life that helps us to be able to position ourselves under God to fulfill what He wants us to do. So yes, I had the privilege of serving as level coordinator on campus and then secretary, and then vice president, and president of the fellowship. And I think God was working out quite a number of things.
A lot.
You know, so I mean, I told people, like, once I became president, that they shouldn't expect that I'm going to pastor. Like, I had an entire Sunday to explain to the whole fellowship that, look, I know my assignment. I knew my assignment long before I even became campus president here. That's so.
I remember that one business school.
Exactly. Don't look out for me starting a church or being an associate pastor somewhere, and don't assume that if I'm not doing that, then I'm not in the calling of God for my life. You know, I told them about the United Nations. I told them about places that I didn't even know I was going to get there. But by virtue of, you know, spiritual insight, we knew that there will be those opportunities in the future. I mean, we only knew in parts. I mean, and then eventually we're doing the things that we're doing today. So I feel it's about understanding your calling in God, and then working so hard to make sure that you live up to everyone's expectation for your life.
I want to go briefly into family. Certainly, I have to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
There's this lady in Futa. She was my Ondo State Student Association president. And then I look at like, oh, she's way beyond, and she was above me in so many ways. Then here's my guy, Shola, quiet, cool, humble, you understand? Then the news came to me, Shola is engaged to Tolu. I was like, how come? Where did they meet?
She was even like a senior, so...
Yes! How did it happen? Shola, please break it down to
What
us.
am I breaking down?
Break
Come
it.
on. I mean, it's 5 years already, 4 years already. We have 2 children. What do you want me to break?
Jesus!
Yeah, so, I mean, I didn't even know Tolu when she was like now's president.
I know her very well, and she was like this.
I met her in the fellowship. I was preaching on a Sunday, and you know, she was one of the welfare people who came to take care of us. I didn't even like know her from there, frankly, to be serious. I didn't know her from there. So so afterwards she came to me. I was like, oh, she's trying to, you know, she needs an accountability partner who can help her as she's close to making a 2-1 from the university, and she just needs someone who can guide her. And then I told her, well, okay, we could see that she could come to my fellowship secretariat. We chatted about it, told her about focus and all of that. And she said she wanted to come as many times as possible to just get that guidance, but she never came, or I never found the time. Because then she used to say that I was too busy. And
not that you were too busy.
So, I mean, the next time I was going to see her, she's like, we met at State Line Road. I was like, yay, I finished with a 2-1. I was like, fantastic. I was excited, but I mean, I didn't really help her. You know, I just gave the counsel that I could the first time, you know, and I think she wanted me to help her even further. So that's how we became friends. And then we became friends. She was selling perfumes. She would come to my lodge after she had graduated to sell perfumes and costume jewelry and all of those kind of things like that. And that was just it. And, you know, we became friends. One thing led to the other, you know. And today we're married.
Now, glory be to God. I love that story. Don't worry, we'll write a movie on you guys. I'm serious, we'll write a movie on you guys. You are blessed now with 2 beautiful kids.
Yeah, thank God.
I cannot, but especially Tara, Tamidara, and
Femidara.
Everything has to be Dara. Now, in case you don't know, this lady we're talking about, she's into jewelries and all that. My wife has gotten some. CEO. See, these guys are not just any. If you need someone to mentor you, please. If you need his contact, let me know. He's the right person. His wife is also a CEO. I don't know if you guys have seen. What's the name of that movie, babe? Chief Daddy. Yeah. Check out the jewelries that was used in that movie.
And then King of Boys as well.
And King of Boys. Supplied solely by my wife and she's my wife. My friend's wife. Yeah, my namesake. Say I can my namesake. Hello. Yeah. And see, they are just blessed. But one thing I need to understand is now, you've made us understand you and God. How you met this beautiful lady. Now you're blessed with 2 kids. Shola, your wife is a CEO. Her business certainly have to go around the world. She also makes trip. You are always on the go. How do you balance family and work and everything? How do you balance it?
Yeah, I mean, we're still a very young family. I mean, we've just been together for 4 years and we have 2 kids. I must say, to be very honest, it remains a continuous struggle. When I mean it's a continuous struggle, I mean like it has to be both of you putting in a lot of effort. You understand? What we are thankful to God for is how God has made us to understand each other. So every single time we spend together, we have to enjoy it. And more importantly, we have to keep our family ideals together and stay in touch, as much as possible. But I feel that that's only for a certain period of our lives when we're still trying to get things, together. And as we continue to desire, so the key thing is you must desire to be together. So as you continue to desire to be together, God starts arranging ways, of making it. You're not consciously pulling it apart. You're consciously putting it together. So I'm thankful that I have a very understanding wife with a lot of wisdom who has the ability to be able to, keep this. And when I'm around, I'm giving all my attention and all my best to.
And she's getting all she can at that moment.
So.
Yeah. Now, let's go back to the basics. I feel like I should post some pictures of this guy while we were in school. And some pictures of myself. Don't worry, you'll see some of them. I'll put some of them for you to see. And we were, oh God, I'm ashamed to say this. We, not like, when I mean ashamed, man, yeah, it's good. You needed to see some of us, when they're doing this 10 years challenge, where you post a picture of what you looked like 10 years ago, and
oh my God.
So now we were together in Sec 1. I know I stayed for a while in Secretariat 1, then Sec 2. Beyond that, we had some other kind of naughty friends. I cannot forget my roommates, the baddest, Beyula, Cash Money, Bayo Motoye. We have Israel Adeboye, and for you, in case you don't know, go check that. I'm not promoting the movie, but for those who know Israel Adeboye, please, you need to go check Chief Daddy. He was also in the movie. Yeah. Then we have Moses Oguyemi. We have Beck, Akim.
Yeah.
Who again?
You're going to get into trouble because I feel you're going to not mention some people and they're going to come for you. You have Femi Oyola, you have...
We have James Bameke.
You're going to get into trouble.
Yes.
And all the ladies you mention as well, they're going to come for you. So just don't bother mentioning more names.
Not mention.
Like there's so many important people we can't remember there. Oh, sorry, we remember, but now we will not have the time to mention all their names.
What's it like now when you flash back? Those days where we soak Gary.
I mean, I think those days were very sort of like crucial to where we are today. I mean, those experiences were very, very valuable for us. Sometimes you don't discover your strengths except you go through hardship. And I don't mean that this is the general way. I mean, some people don't have to go through hardship and find themselves, but it's actually one of the ways you can be able to tell what your strengths are. And I think all of those periods actually heralded or made way for the kind of things that we're doing today. And I'm proud of there's so many people that you just mentioned their names, and even those that we're not mentioning who are making us proud, who are making the university proud, who are making the campus fellowship proud, who are making every memory we have blessed. So it's exciting, and I'm happy everywhere I meet people. Whether they're in Nigeria or in Canada or in the United States
or in Russia,
in Moscow, some of them are in Japan. So it's exciting, and I feel very proud, that all of the things we decided that we're going to do, and even those who are in Nigeria doing remarkable work, you know, it makes me glad that
people like our award-winning Morak Studio
video and sound editor, video and sound engineer, who is doing remarkable work, winning the MVCs every now and then. I mean, I'm excited about like all the work. Ibukwa Bolu was responsible for launching the satellite into space. Fukuoka in Japan. Emmanuel Alayode just moved to Fukuoka as well, or Osaka. I'm not even sure, but I mean, I'm excited. Shegun Seriki is doing remarkably well.
I saw it. I followed him recently on Facebook too.
I think he's in Finland. What's his name? Sheung, who was in Jamaica, back in the US.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I mean, so I'm excited about like what all of those things are going on, and whether they're in Nigeria or they're in diaspora, they're making us proud and they're doing remarkable work.
Yeah, that reminds me. See, sometimes I look back at those days and I said, how I wish I had taken some things more serious. Not that I did not get anything from Futa, but I would have said I can say that most of the things I'm using right now are the things I learned outside the lecture rooms.
Absolutely.
The kids, because I have some young minds who also follow us. What would be your advice for them? Because I don't know if they still have time or if they are still doing the things we did. Like, I can bless God for Diamond Business School that was organized during your tenure as the fellowship president. Then some other little things, and I also bless God for people like Olumide Williams, who got used in tutoring me, and the likes of Reverend Ogudai. We have to mention that man's name. And you understand? There's some things the young minds, especially in the university these days, need to pay attention to besides just what you learn. I don't know. Is there something else you feel like there should be, like I would say for FSF now? Is there something you feel like they should be paying more attention to now? Those things that really helped you are becoming who you are today.
First, it's exciting to know that the university is better than it was when we were there. Yeah, from a curriculum standpoint and from exposure, internet access, and all of those things. So things are getting better. And I have a center very close to that university, so I know that the lecturers, particularly in technology and engineering departments, are a lot more, committed. What I would say is that for our time, we recognize what the gaps are. And that's why we set up Diamond Business School. So I won't be prescribing that it's a business school they need to set up. I wanted to be able to identify the gaps, like what is not available. In our own time, we felt that not enough people were getting business skills, and they needed it to start their own ventures and all of that. So that's why we're doing what we're doing today. So for many of them, I think they should identify what the gaps are. The gap I really see is that many of them are not ready for the future of work. They're not even ready for today's workplace, let alone the future of work. So there has to be programs around employability, job readiness, preparing your CV, communicating in the workplace, conflict resolution in the workplace, and all of those kind of things. So there has to be a readiness program that gets them ready beyond the skills that they've gathered within the classroom. And also for those of them who are doing technology, they need to begin to focus on like the future trends, the technology trends, the mega trends of 2019, data science, artificial intelligence, and they need to take advantage of that. I invested thousands of dollars in a center just close to the university that I think can be of support to them, So I think what they need to do is not listen to us hook, line, and sinker, but basically think about what exactly, they should begin to think about what exactly they can do with the gap that they are seeing. If they ask questions from industry experts, we used to travel to Lagos to find out from people working in companies, and several people carry the show badge of HIT. We asked them, what are employers really looking for? And they told us, and that was why we built the curriculum that we set up the other time. We built competency models and all of that. So we are at such a good time in history. There is a lot more access to internet than in our days. There's more bandwidth, there's more, there's 4G and all of that, and it's cheaper. So they need to do everything to use all the resources at their disposal to make things happen.
You need to maximize these things. if we had access to, I can remember a lot of time we keep rushing down to what do you call it, cyber cafes and all that, carrying our laptops. But if they have access to that, it's a plus to them.
Absolutely. So they can access Wi-Fi now. Many of them can even tether their phones to their computer. So I mean, they don't even really need the university's internet. But I know that is available as well. But they can decide. There are 3 hubs around Futa now. There's one inside Futa. There's 2 outside Futa, where they can even access enough community mentoring, and also solutions that can help them to position. There are lots of programs that Amazon is doing now that is remarkable. And I think even Microsoft has a lot of tools that have been available for education, and so has Facebook and IBM. So I see many of these companies paying attention to the university, and I think everybody watching us should take advantage of these things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of his time, I have to release him because he's rushing somewhere and he needs to get back to Dallas today.
Yeah.
Shola, when next am I seeing my people?
Hey, which your people? Yeah, they're back with summer. They were back for summer break, summer holiday. That's all I know for now. They really love it here in the United States.
We love them here in the United States. We love them here.
But you have to make plans. You have to make plans very well. So they will come for the summer holidays, and hopefully maybe there are some plans in the future to get a base here. But we love Africa as well because of the work that we're doing. So it's going to have to be back and forth.
When next he comes around, you get to hear more from Shola. And I'm sorry I have to let him go. If you have any other question for him, you probably will one thing or two that he must have said while we're having this discussion, you want to know more about it, just drop a message, a comment, or send a message to us, make the Toludavids at gmail.com. We would send the messages to him. If he has to come back to give you the personal,
if I have to come back to explain myself,
or if it's something you have to do a selfie video, and send to us, then we'll upload it. Whatever it is, if you have any questions, send it to us. We'll get it to him, and we'll continue our discussion next time.
Awesome.
Yeah, my wife has been doing some nose disturbing things right there, and you don't need to see Shola's mouth. Please. All right. Shola.
My pleasure, man.
Nice having you around.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. All right. Until next time again, it might not be Shola. It could be P-Sam. It could be Pastor Demola. It could be who again? Just expect
many wonderful people,
any of my Futa friend that is in town. Just trust me, I'll need to catch up with them. So this is a very sweet catch up.
We'll make it a catch up series.
Yeah, this is a sweet catch up with my very, very good pastor. He does not like being called pastor
because I'm not one,
but he has the pastoral anointing.
Oh God.
Amen. Until next time, see you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You give me that